You caught me. I've been shopping again, this time for beautiful houseplants. In my opinion, nothing freshens up a room more quickly and easily than a bit of green, don't you think? Sure, some of us pop them on a bench or maybe in a basket on the floor, but what if you really want to show them off? Do you like it? I'm not talking about the ladder, but the idea of plant stands. I mean, you can buy them, of course, but if you make your own, you can get so many different looks. So what I want to show you is a four-sided plant stand, something that you can adapt in different ways to suit each room of the home. Now, what I've made up here is a jig. So if you're working with timber, to ensure that I get my holes in exactly the right position every time. So clamp your jig down. For this frame, what you need to do is to drill into two faces of each stick of timber. So release both clamps. And then I've got my two holes drilled in this end. Then I need to rotate it. So you can see on my jig, I've got vertical and horizontal. Flip it over, and then you can do the horizontal on the other face. That way, they will interlock with the screws later. You'll see soon, it'll all come together. Just to get you up to speed, let me show you how this is going to work. So basically, that's one side, I've got it all drilled, and I have a cross piece for the bottom and also one for the top. And once the other side goes on, you can see it forms a really simple frame. Easy. Now all you need to do is just glue and screw it together and repeat for the other side. To neaten off these holes, you'll need to use a wood filler. A water-based filler is fine. Now, you could choose to paint the whole unit afterwards, but I'm going for the natural pine look. So I could use a pine filler, but instead I've chosen to use one that's a contrasting colour. That way, you'll see the holes rather than have them disappear. It's just a little design feature that will look really elegant. Now, the next stage is to sand everything down and give it a coat of wax to protect it. I think what's so good about this is the simplicity of the design. Having these clean lines makes a really modern statement, especially in this room. It's not over fussy, and what that means is all of the emphasis can go on the beautiful plant on top. You don't have to stop just there. You can make a little grouping. You could go one slightly lower, and that would look amazing here in the corner. But if you want to go one step further, take a look at this. Exactly the same frame, only this time I've added a couple of shelves. And doesn't this look completely different? Now, the secret here is to offset the shelves. That adds balance and also allows for tall pot plants. You can have a bit of fun. You can mix up your pots as well. They come in all different shapes and sizes and colours and textures. So think about other accents in the room. You can draw those in. But of course, if you want to extend, if you've got a really big plant collection, you could always add another frame over beside it and extend the shelves. That would look amazing. But there is still one more idea, all to do with this very simple frame. What about turning it on its side. This time what I've done is added some legs and also some divisions in between to create an indoor planter box. I love how having the repetition of the pots creates really good impact and colour to this wall. One very simple frame, and you can see how versatile it is. I'm sure there are dozens more ways that you could think of to introduce a little bit of green colour to your space. It's a beautiful way to refresh your room.